So Trump today took a break from his usual insanity of attacking Democrats and praising Charlie Kirk to now attacking the NFL. But first, for the record, Trump had stopped praising Kirk after Charlie called for the Epstein files to be released, and then it was so pathetically obvious that Trump had called Kirk on the phone that Charlie went from "we must see the files" to "I trust the president." Always a mistake.
I think the DOJ should immediately move to unseal all the Epstein documents in the Southern District of New York. I think every file should be released to the public the same way as the JFK files. Honestly, I'm done talking about Epstein for the time being. I'm going to trust my friends in the administration. I'm going to trust my friends in the government to do what needs to be done, solve it, balls in their hands.
So anyway, now Donnie Cockwaffle, and yet another distraction from his pedo pals, is attacking the NFL for being too woke, even calling them sissies. I mean, come on. This guy is calling these guys sissies?
It's not fair!
Anyway, so this is a story. There's a new rule this season in the NFL about kickoffs, which Tiny Finger says is ushering in sissy football. Here's the deal. The NFL implemented a new rule to protect players, which the league describes as resembling a typical scrimmage play by aligning players on both teams closer together, a rule designed to restrict movement and reduce speed. Experts argue the new rule may prove safer for players. That's good, right? Like Trump gives a fuck.
I could be a stupid person.
The idea is if you kick it in the end zone, the offense will start at the 35, but drop it shorter than that, and there's a run back. Couple things. If you're not a football fan, first of all, I'm sorry. But not only is this safer, not having 22 250-pound men running 50 yards and smashing into each other, risking even greater head and bodily injuries, but there are more returns than ever before. Before this, only 25% of the kickoffs were returned, and now it's close to 70%. And it's safer. But for this calamitous fuck, he just wants people to get hurt.
The NFL has to get rid of that ridiculous new-looking kickoff rule. How can they make such a big and sweeping change so easily and quickly? It's at least as dangerous as a new normal kickoff and looks like hell. The ball is moving and the players are not. The exact opposite of what football is all about. Sissy football is bad for America and bad for the NFL. Who comes up with these ridiculous ideas?
For Trump and the plantation mentality of the 99% white owners of these teams, these concussive hits are entertainment, and anyone who cares about these young men are woke. Trump loves this.
Tyler Minshew bobbles it and is drilled at the goal line.
And this is what a nail as Jonathan Bostic
From the 30-yard line. And the slant is caught. Williams thought he...
Because Trump is an athlete himself. Watch as he takes on this dangerous walkway. For Trump, attacking this as at least as dangerous as a traditional kickoff rule shows you what a lying cockwaffle he is. The physics are simple. The damage to one player increases exponentially with the speed of each player because of the kinetic energy, which directly relates to damage, and increases with the square of the speed. This means a player traveling at least twice the speed creates 4 times the kinetic energy and therefore has a significantly more destructive impact than one traveling at half the speed. Now, to be fair, not all former NFL players and coaches were supportive of the new rule, but most current and former NFL players aren't experiencing the effects of CTE just yet. CTE is chronic traumatic encephalopathy. It's a progressive neurodegenerative disease caused by repetitive brain trauma, such as concussions and subconcussive hits to the head, where the symptoms don't usually appear until later, sometimes in your 40s. Remember Jim McMahon and Brett Favre? Well, now, today, they can't find their way home from the shopping center. But unlike fuckface, the majority of coaches, including NCAA college coaches, are open to ways of limiting the kind of contact that causes brain injuries. But Trump, who thinks he's an athlete, condemns the new rule while heaping praise on college football for not following suit. Trump wrote on Truth Social, "Fortunately, college football will remain the same, hopefully forever." So fuck this guy. Most NFL players are African Americans.
Get my African American over here.
And the majority come from poor backgrounds. And while a few become multimillionaires,
Get that son of a bitch off the field right now.
most are out of the game at the age of 30.
So people have always known that playing tackle football causes injuries. Okay, I'm going to play football and maybe I'm going to break my legs. Maybe I won't be able to run when I'm 50. Players have known that forever. But what we didn't know is that playing tackle football can cause really long-term brain injuries. There's something a lot less sad about a 50-year-old who can't run versus a 50-year-old who can't think.
The things we do to one another, okay, Hell, I don't know what I'm saying. I'm just tired and confused right now. That's why I say I can't really, I can't say it the way I want to say it.
Over the past few years, a number of former players have committed suicide after battling depression. Afterwards, they gave their brains to science, and upon examination, they showed telltale signs of CTE. Scientists don't yet have a way of diagnosing CTE for sure besides doing an autopsy. So apart from the 50 deceased former players confirmed to have it, they can only suspect that hundreds more are living with it right now.
9, 7, 8, 4, 3, 2.
9, 7, 8.
For a while, the NFL was completely repressing research. They were telling players that concussions were a relatively safe type of injury to suffer, but with pressure mounting, the league changed course, settling a class action suit for $765 million and pouring money into CTE research. The issue hasn't gone away at all. The NFL's been trying to solve it, and it seems like they're putting genuine efforts into it, but it just might not be possible. In theory, concussed players are no longer allowed to enter games. They've moved the kickoff 5 yards down the field, so a lot more kickoffs become touchbacks, so you don't have the high-speed impacts happen when the kicking team is trying to cover the kick and tackle the player. They've changed the rules in terms of head-to-head hits. On defense, you can't use your head or your helmet as a weapon. If you're a running back, you also can't lead with your head to hit other players' heads. Those are the easiest things to target. They're kind of the lowest hanging fruit. They can't get rid of concussions entirely, those rule changes. Some concussions happen on the most random incidental plays. I mean, you have these huge, fast guys running at high speed, so even if you ban specific types of hits, we're still seeing concussions happen with alarming frequency. There's another problem. Even if they got rid of concussions completely, some of the scientists think that subconcussive hits, so even milder type of hits that we might not even notice watching on TV, also lead to CTE over time. They're still trying to figure that out, but if that were true, that would basically mean that the game of football as we know it is fundamentally unsafe. The NFL is more popular than ever. The Super Bowl gets over 100 million people, so that's a third of the country watching it. And just on a week-to-week basis, more people watch football than any other sport.
The NFL owners won't even admit that CTE is causing their dementia, pointing to environmental factors like genetics and DNA. Well, as bad as the billionaire NFL owners are, they all hate Trump. Trump wanted so bad to be in the NFL Boys Club, he purchased the New Jersey Generals of the United States Football League and spearheaded a move to challenge the NFL by switching the USFL schedule to the fall. A lawsuit against the NFL ultimately awarded the USFL $3 in damages, which contributed to the league's collapse. A juror from the case later claimed that Trump came off as arrogant and unlikable. Shocker. According to sports writer Jeff Pearlman, a high-ranking NFL official once told Trump, "As long as I or any of my heirs are involved in the NFL, you'll never be a franchise owner in this league." Trump is a perfect example of a crybaby sore loser who's about as athletic as an unfolded lawn chair. But what about golf, people say? Everyone, and I mean everyone who's ever played with him, says he cheats like a mafia accountant.
You claim right here you have met him.
Yeah, I've met him a lot.
You've played golf with him.
I played golf with him.
He claims...
I actually played golf with him with Anthony Anderson one day.
Gotcha.
And we were all playing together, and we clearly saw him hook a ball into a lake at Trump National in Jersey. And his caddy told him he found it.
Now, was the caddy soaking wet when he said this?
No, he was not. Yeah, he just took off running, and next thing you know, I got it, Mr. Trump!
The NFL has a long way to go to protect its players. But if Trump so vehemently disagrees with everything we've said, I have an idea. Suit Trump up, put him out there, and see what he says after this.
Seriously, we need to release the Epstein list.
It's sitting on my desk.
Do you have no shame?
Goddamn right.
Are you not entertained?
Who you talking to?
I could be a stupid person.
Trump admitted he knew Epstein for 15 years.
Are you still talking about Jeffrey Epstein?
I'm sorry, man.
You're a nasty person.
It's not fair. They don't know what the fuck they're doing.
I don't want to talk about this stuff.
Come on,
You're in a lot of trouble, Donna.
I think he's crazy.
I'm Chip Franklin.